Okay, and we're back. All right, so now I'm gonna start with the eye here. Now the most important feature that you have to remember is, of course, obviously besides the normal upper and lower eyelid, there's actually a fold in the upper eyelid too, which you should be aware of or you should be able to catch and put in as well to give more detail to the overall eye. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lighten this up a little bit, just because it's going to be too dark. You're not going to really be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm not actually rubbing really hard. I'm just actually just going over it really lightly with my eraser here, just a kneaded eraser. So I still have a little shape here I can still use. So I'm going to lean in here. So hopefully I'm not going to be in the shot here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the top lid first. So our top lid goes up and around. Comes down about right here, and then part of this is covered by hair, but I know it dips down a little bit and comes up. So just make sure you get the shape of the eye actually kind of defines as well as the rest of the feature, but defines the person really a lot. So make sure you get the eye correct. Oh, she's kind of looking up. Now look at the ref here. She doesn't have, let's see, she doesn't actually have a lot of white going on. She has a really huge pupil or eyes. So, and also the angle in where you draw the actual eye, iris itself. So, you know, don't just make a circle and call it quits. Now her eye actually is angled like this, so that it curves like this, and this part goes in about right here. Now you can't see the rest of the eye because actually hair falls right here, so I'm just going to draw a quick reference point here for me. So hair falls about right there. Draw this a little bit better here. Now she's got a pupil. Actually there's a shine on the side of the pupil, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw part of the pupil. Pupils are usually pretty dark, and I'm going to leave a little space here for where the shine is. I'll just work that in a little bit like that. Alright. Now usually at this point I usually just if for lighter eyes I don't usually use that much pressure. She actually looks like she has pretty light eyes, but I'm going to be varying the tone a little bit. So what I'm doing is I'm just drawing in just putting a little bit of tone on here for now. Now in the ref, the top of this is actually pretty dark, covered by a lot of eyelashes here, so I'm just going to darken this in a little bit. The majority of the eyelashes are going to be concentrated right about here. Now this reference photo I'm working from is actually a little bit small, so I'm only guessing, but there will be a fold of an eyelid. Actually, since she's looking at the fold of the eyelid is not going to be that prominent. It's probably going to be right about here. And we'll bring it in like so. Alright, so this is the fold of the eyelid. Alright. And from what I can see, she's got a few lashes going up like this, so I'm just going to make some of these up since, you know, nobody's probably really going to notice where the eyelashes are positioned. So good, so I got the basic part of it down. There you go, I'll draw a few more there. Alright, so let's see, come back in with this. And I'm gonna tone in, put a little bit more tone on the eye here. Give a little bit more depth. And remember, the eyes are never white. White of the eyes are never completely white. There's always gonna be a little tone. This looks a little unnatural that if you were to put like a completely whites of the eyes, leave it completely bare. So make sure you put a little bit of tone on there. So let's see here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in to shade in lightly, put a complete tone here, and then I'm gonna shade in a little bit more on this side. Kind of just make it look like it's rounded. So if you've ever shaded a ball, this would be a good lesson to do because it is round. So, this doesn't turn out to be a very good eye, but you get the idea, hopefully. Now then she's got eyelashes on the bottom. So I'm just going to draw those in really quick. And again, there's a slight fold on the bottom too, which I'm going to draw in there. And then she has a little shadow here, which I'll just put in really quick, just because I'm already here. Now, so we got that eye almost done here. Now her eyebrow, not very far from the top of the eyelid. It's about right here. It's angled up slightly. So I'll just get that in. And now the cool thing about drawing an eyebrow is that, you know, it's actually just hair, obviously. But put some direction in it. Don't just color in an eyebrow to call it quits. So what I'm doing is I'm just drawing from, you know, just going upwards and over. Without actually getting really a larger photo, I'm not really able to tell how our eyelashes are what direction they're going. So I'm just making this up kind of as I'm going along. So put that in there. There we go. So there we go. We got one eye done. So now right after this, I'm gonna go and recheck my proportions a little bit again. And it looks like I got this off a little bit. Actually, looks like it curves up just a tiny bit, like so, toward the middle of the nose. So yeah, it looks almost about right. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come here and take out these little block lines here. Again, I'm just erasing very, very lightly. If I didn't draw it darker earlier, then it would have never shown up on the camera. But since I'm zoomed in, it still shows up. Hopefully. All right. Oops. Completely get rid of this. Okay, so with the other eye, what I'm noticing on the ref is that it's basically straight across, and part of it's hidden by the nose. So I'm going to start the eye right here. Now again, bear in mind the shape of the eye. Keep the shape relatively close to what you're seeing. And this eye actually curves down because it probably follows the curvature of her face a little bit, and then dips back up again like this. And actually, probably not that exaggerated, but now when I'm drawing this, I'm trying to use as less tone as possible, or less line as possible, not less tone, less line as possible and more tone, because a person's facial features, a real person, at least photorealistically, they're not made of lines, they're made of tone. So this eye is actually a little thinner. So about like right here. Actually, then this is wrong. So you can notice I'm just correcting myself as I go along. This part actually folds up like this, and this part comes down. Actually, this is all dark because of the eyelashes that go up, that emerge from it. So let's draw some again. Again, I don't really know what this looks like, so I'm just making some of this stuff based on my experiences of drawing the human face. Looks about right. This could probably be a little smaller, so